one-hander. I'm going to make this video not too long because I tend to talk a lot. And I'm re-recording all of this because I just spent 20 minutes speaking when I could shorten it and get the right things out. Sorry for the noise in the background, construction work as usual, but this is kind of me just speaking about why I've not been uploading as much and why sometimes, you know, the consistency won't be there. I just said the same thing twice, but basically, I'm currently at the moment in my life where things are getting very depressing. Life is very monotonous or repetitive, and I'm not seeing a lot of good from what I'm doing. And to specify what I mean by that before it sounds like I'm being ungrateful, it has nothing to do with the ASMR channel. It's to do with my own life and the fact that I graduated and I still can't find a job after 4 years. And that's a big part of why I haven't been feeling that great. The employment issue, obviously, but then many little things will occur during that as well. There's also family problems now and then. There's more serious issues, family being one of them, and I won't really get into detail, but you guys kind of catch my drift. There is a lot of serious things that can happen in anyone's life that affects their will to do something. And I'm going to just talk about the one that's really been affecting me a lot, because it's something that affects a lot of people, and I hope that anyone watching who's in a position of struggling to find work can resonate with what I'm saying and feel a little bit better, knowing the real side of it. I graduated a long time ago, and I've been trying to actively find full-time work in that field for almost 5 years with no luck. And I've had to scrape by working really shitty part-time jobs in retail and hospitality and sales, the sort of jobs that students would do. It's not meant to be something you consistently do for the rest of your life, and that's no hate towards people who do that for their whole life, because it's not a bad thing. It's just not what a lot of us want. And that being said, it's been quite a struggle to be in a position where everybody in my life is constantly growing and seeing good things happen and successes on their way. And for anyone else who's watching this video who feels like they're the one suffering and no one else around them is actually going through a hard time in that sense, work-related and life-related, not emotional feelings. But it's very difficult to be in a position, this is from my experience, and I'm going to be very candid about it. When I'm in a life currently where I've been struggling to find work for the last 5 years, and all I hear are my best friends and the people close to me saying they've got promotions, they've had a raise, they've moved on to a better job, they've got a new car, they're going to Japan on holiday, and they get to spend their money more leisurely. It's such a punch in the face, because one thing I want to tell people watching this video who might feel bad about this, but it's perfectly okay to be happy for people who are going through these good things, but to also be envious or hate the fact that you haven't caught your break. And that's the way I feel. It's very upsetting, and because I've had so much free time, because I don't work full time, it's made me think more and be more in my thoughts and feel more pain, rather than use my spare time to, upload ASMR videos and do all that stuff, because in the past I'd use my spare time more efficiently. But the more you feel like your life isn't changing, the less you feel like you want to do anything. because it does get to a point where you are drained. You have tried your hardest, you have tried your best. You have heard people tell you for the last 3-4 years, there's light at the end of the tunnel, you'll find your way out and things will get better. That's all that you hear when you're somebody who's struggling for so long. Things will get better, this will happen, that will happen. And it just gets to a point where you feel like it's a load of shit. And don't get me wrong, I'm not, thankfully, touch wood, I'm not in a position where I feel suicidal and feel like I can't do this anymore. But when I tell you the best word to use to describe what I'm going through is drained, I feel like my life energy has been sucked out, and the only way I've been able to stay alive is to find God and, try and do it for my family, as much as I don't feel like I'm doing much in their name, in their honor. And for anyone watching who feels like they're going through a similar story that I am going through, and it can be, it can be a chore having to even think about it all the time. This is kind of like the biggest reason for why I haven't uploaded properly in a while, because I want to be consistent, but it's just been very draining to do things without thinking about my problems. Like, there'll be days where I've recorded ASMR videos, and in the back of my mind, I would just think about how my life isn't moving, but I am, and that's not good, in my opinion, because if you almost picture like life being a bridge or a mountain and you're on top of it, if you're still moving and life isn't, you're just going to fall off the cliff, no? And that's what I feel like it feels like. Like life is here and I'm here and this is what it should feel like. But it doesn't, it just feels like that. And without getting too upset, I am hopefully going to be uploading more, because I feel decent. I feel like things are slowly getting better. However, I'm pretty sure I've got a video uploading next to this one because I felt in the mood to do the video, and that's why I also recorded a message saying this is what's been happening. But yeah, to anyone watching this video, this hasn't really been a positive affirmations, but it's been more of a, if you can relate with me, you're perfectly normal to feel these feelings. And I pray for everybody watching this video that you don't go through suffering and you don't go through the hardships that I've gone through. And I want everyone watching this to always be caring about yourself before you put other people first as well. And especially for all the people who feel like they're very nice, like me. Like, I feel like I'm too nice to people. I feel like I'm always putting them first and not realizing that I should have cared more about my life. I'm rambling now, but that's it really. Just please stay safe, and if anyone needs to speak about their feelings, just vent in my comment section. This is my version of venting, technically, to make this video, and just to update you on how I've been feeling and hopefully give you a bit of insight on why I've been struggling to upload. But yeah, please stay safe, everyone, and I'll try and upload once every 3 days like I have been, which is good, in my opinion. I'm just trying to find some good ideas, maybe something more creative, because I'm losing that spark a little bit, so yeah. And just fight. All I can say is just fight. Don't listen to any of that BS about light at the end of the tunnel or your time will come. We don't want to hear that. If you're in my position, you don't want to hear that. You want answers. You want to know where you can look and what's going to change your life. That's what you want. And the sad reality is, yeah, people can help us find it, but we also have to try and do something to find it. But yeah, just don't take your foot off the pedal, even if that means you have to drive slowly, if that makes sense. Please take care, everybody, and I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye.